All right, what up YouTube? You guys ready to dive deep? Let's get it, guys. So let's dive in and talk about what possibly could be the next Axie Infinity. So if you guys take a look back at my Axie videos, I think Axie was pumping up to like $20, $22. I called that peak to a certain point. I was like, hey, if Axie comes down to 14, 15, like this is where you want to be getting into this coin at because it has such massive upside potential. But I think this gem I'm about to show you guys is quite possibly going to be the next Axie. I know that they are the fastest growing gaming crypto in the industry, if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me. I got an awesome interview and I got James from DeFi Kingdoms coming on the show for an interview after these price predictions. So just for the record, but I want to be clear, DeFi Kingdoms is in no way associated with these price predictions or anything else of the sort in this video. He's going to explain it over here in the interview, but I did so many interviews and I'm recording this intro separately and blah, 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 blah. So let's take a look at DeFi Kingdoms. So their coin is still fairly new, or their team just has not got involved with like really taking this project to the next level. And that's why I think being a part of Harmony and now seeing them talking with like the head people at Harmony and seeing where they're going to go with this. And then I assume like all the other people that would want to onboard this project onto their blockchain. I think that this is definitely one that you guys don't want to be sleeping on. So if we jump over here to CoinGecko, I can actually see the statistics. So we're talking about a circulating supply. There's only 50 million coins in circulation. They have a market cap of 216 million. Trading volume, 11 million in the last 24 hours. Fully diluted market caps over 1.2 billion. Total value locked, $158 million is already locked up in protocols in this game. So this is definitely one of those coins that you definitely do not want to be sleeping on. Somebody actually put Jewel on my counter, Somebody put Jewel on the table a long time ago. And I didn't understand what this game really was going to basically turn into. So if we take a look over here on CoinMarketCap, I can't even see the coin on CoinMarketCap. Now let me check it because I was searching for Jewel. Jewel is over here on CoinMarketCap, but there's just not any data. So they definitely need to invest the time and resources to get their team knowledgeable and understand that they have to have this over here on CoinMarketCap, right? But seeing that they were talking directly with the people at Harmony, seeing that they are over here on Lunar Crush, they just don't have a full chart out yet that I can tell. And coins frequently mentioned, Harmony, Axie, Polygon. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see DeFi Kingdoms bridging over to Polygon or bridging over to Avalanche or bridging over to Cadena. If I was a blockchain, I would definitely be wanting to onboard DeFi Kingdoms. I was so, like, I'm not big into gaming, guys. So when it comes to gaming and I look at a site, I was like, oh, cool. Like it reminded me of like a mix between like Zelda, Axie Infinity. And I really just think that the skies are, sky's the limit. So where is this going to go to? I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely think that it has major upside potential. And I'm looking forward to bringing DeFi Kingdoms on Twitter, swing over to Instagram, check them out, swing over to CoinMarketCap, CoinMarketCal, Lunar Crush, all the good spots, and check this coin out. So when we take a look at DeFi Kingdoms here, as far as how market cap is actually calculated, so market cap is the total value of all coins in circulation. So if you take the supply, which we saw was like 54, and I always round to keep it simple, 55 million times $4 roughly gives you a market cap of 216 million. Obviously I'm rounding, guys, so you guys are here. My human calculator's out there. Take it easy, bro. So obviously I have Harmony up here being super lazy as normal, but with a price point of $4 for this coin to 2x and go to $8, the market cap only needs to go from 200 million to 400 million. Now most people, that's a lot of money, right? But in the crypto world, when it comes to gaming, we've watched Axie. The first time I put out a video on Axie, market cap was 100 million. I said, look at guys, this coin has serious 10x potential. Here's why. Because the amount of money that needs to be invested in that coin isn't really 200 million, right? Because if two people are trying to buy and sell and we both are holding the same amount of coins and there's no more coins going into circulation, I don't want to sell. What do? The exchanges need to increase the value of the price to entice selling, because if you don't have a seller, you don't have a buyer. If you don't have a buyer and a seller, you don't have a market. So how price is actually calculated, how market cap is actually calculated, a lot of times you see price going up. Put it this way, if everybody right now wanted to sell all their Bitcoin and one by one we all started to sell, if we sold out of all Bitcoin and we took all the money that people made, as you watch the price of Bitcoin plummet down, right? We seen Bitcoin go from, 65,000 all the way down to 8,000 in one exchange because all that liquidity was sucked out of the market. So you can see when the price starts to fall drastically, there's not going to be everybody's not going to take $200 million out of the market. They might take 20 million or 50 million because there's not really that much money invested in the coin. So keep that in mind. That much money doesn't need to be invested in the coin for it to 2x. But if the coin does a 2x, the market cap would go from 200 to 400 million. Now, again, if we go and 10x and the coin goes to $40, which I think is realistic, 2 billion. $80, 4 billion. We just watched Axie do it. So I mean, Axie was the same thing. And this is one of the fastest games in the crypto space that's absolutely booming right now. And it reminds me of Zelda, so it's extra cool. And to have a market cap of 20 billion, this coin would be $400. Do I think it's gonna happen this bull run? No. And they also have a pretty huge, pretty big inflation rate, meaning they're gonna be putting a lot more coins into circulation because the total is, the max supply is 500 million. But seeing how long the game's been out, and it only has released 55 million coins into circulation, I would assume that their inflation rate's not insane. But again, we'll get James and DeFi Kingdom back on the show if they like to come on the show and talk more about this coin. I'm personally might actually buy some right now. I don't own any DeFi Kingdoms, and I'm stretched pretty thin on where I'm putting my resources at, but I didn't sell my Harmony, so I got my MetaMask already set up for it. Question remains, do I want to move any assets around to get some more DeFi Kingdom? I think I do. Now let's see if I can actually buy that on Binance Smart Chain. So where is DeFi Kingdoms actually sold at? Let's take a look at markets. Wow, it looks like you can just get it in their game. No wonder this is such a low cap gem, because it's hard to find. Maybe I'll actually wait. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna invite James back onto the show. So chances are, before you guys even watch this video, I will have had James back on the show for an interview, and I'll try to follow it up like immediately with how to actually buy this coin, because I'm sure you just go onto their site, connect to your wallet. You got to have MetaMask set up for Harmony so you can actually see the drop down. We can see I got Harmony mainnet, so we switch over to Harmony mainnet. You can see that I have, oh, perfect. Let's try it out. So let's start playing. So now I'm in the game. I'm gonna go to Marketplace. Oh, no way, this is too cool. So I'm gonna take, since Harmony's already definitely, you know, ran up a lot, I'm gonna take 5,000 Harmony. About 340 bucks, and I'm gonna swap that for some Jewel. Bam, baby. Transaction submitted. Just snagged myself up about 500 worth of some Jewel. Heck yeah, guys. I've really been pretty adamant about not jumping around to like 50 different blockchains and 50 different wallets and whatever. When I find a coin like this, I already got MetaMask, I've already got Harmony set up. It was super easy for me just to swap. And that was really, really unique. You know, it was really, really cool because, and it went through because there's my 5,000 Harmony. Let's get it, guys. That's awesome. So now I want to import a token address so I can actually see it in my wallet. We're going to come over here. We're going to grab this address. We're just going to copy it right over here. We're going to swing back over to MetaMask. We're going to come import tokens. And you just literally paste the address in here. It's automatically going to pull up. You hit bam, add it in. Import token, cool. Now if we look over here, we can actually see the Jewel that's actually in my DeFi, wallet, which was really nice. Did you see how this worked? You literally move around the map. No wonder this game is blowing up. It's literally, oh, you want to be a trader? Click on the trader icon. You want to come over to the market, pool, liquidity, all that good stuff. So that's a wrap, guys. What do you guys say we dive into this interview and get things started? Let's go. What up, James?
Hi, how's it going,
Good, man. Thank you for coming on to the show.
No problem.
So you're with DeFi Kingdoms, and you are the founder of DeFi Kingdoms?
No, I'm not the founder of DeFi Kingdoms. Founder of DeFi Kingdoms is Frisky Fox.
Okay.
And I do business development consultancy with them, so
okay,
I help them out with a lot of stuff.
Heck yeah. So how did you get involved with the project?
I was a really early investor. Whenever I saw it go live, I had heard about it beforehand, and I was ready to ape in. So, I think within seconds of going live, I had emptied my entire one wallet into it. So
no way.
And then over the next couple of days, I just kind of converted stuff over from Binance Smart Chain and other chains and just went full into it. So
full ape, no breaks.
No breaks. I had like 90% of my portfolio in it.
Dude, and how has that played out for you?
It's played out pretty well.
What's the ROI been since the floor?
I think it's like a 60x.
Ooh, good
for me personally.
job, bro. That's huge.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you find you're in the crypto space for a certain period of time, and then you find that one project, and it's like, this is going to be it, and you go all in. I literally just did that on a similar project. Not full all the way in, but I went like really, really heavy on one project. So it's like.
Yeah. Everyone talks about how you have to be diversified.
Yep.
But diversification is for people that already have the money. In my opinion.
I agree.
Not financial advice.
100%. Yeah.
But you gotta take some chances at some point.
So what is it with that really stuck out with that DeFi Kingdom for you? Like, what part of the game is it? The gaming aspect, or where do you see it going?
Okay, so whenever I got into it, all that was live at the time was the gamified interface for the decks, and then the yield farm side of it with the gardens or the LP pools, those farms. And I saw the interface, I heard the music, and I was like, this is how we get like full buy-in from the mainstream on DeFi. Like these sort of interfaces and these engaging interfaces are just the future. So I just immediately went in.
Nice. Do you, what year did you graduate high school?
2006.
2006. Do you remember Zelda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why when I seen that interface, that's what it reminded me of, like the old school Zelda back in the day. I was like, this is sweet. And they got that really like chill music, like nothing like.
Yeah, Breath of Fire, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy, Zelda, all of them I think were huge inspirations. And I know that a lot of the team actually play like Final Fantasy 14, and I know that Final Fantasy has a huge impact on a lot of the things within the game.
That's awesome.
Like the class system, for example, I think that a lot of those are actually Final Fantasy Tactics classes specifically.
That's awesome. So what is bringing more people into DeFi Kingdoms?
I think that the interface is one, but also the hero summoning system that we have,
Yep.
And the fact that we can actually take two heroes, put them together, create a new hero, is like fantastic.
So you're breeding heroes?
Yeah, we're summoning heroes.
Summoning is what they call it?
We call it the B word. Is that one that you just used?
Yeah.
But we're summoning heroes. We put one and one together, and then it's like a mixture of their stats, their classes, and also their aesthetic components. So if you put like two lion tails together, and I haven't actually confirmed this, but it's worked for me a couple times. If you put two lion tails together, you could get butterfly wings out of that as like a back piece.
No way.
So it's really cool, and there's a lot of things that are like completely undiscovered. Like I still don't know how to make a character with angel wings, but they exist. I don't know how it's done. I need to do some more research on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what's really going to bring new people into the space, is like when you're able to create things and do things that you like, aren't, everybody just can't do it, or you have to earn your way to doing it, which adds more value to those wings. Now, can you sell those after you create them?
Yes, we have the tavern live. It just went live earlier this week, and you can actually go into the game and buy a couple of heroes right now and start summoning, and then quests, which are going to be how you actually earn in the game and do that play to earn aspect. Those are going to be going live pretty soon as well.
No way. And this is all built on top of Harmony, right?
This is all in Harmony. This is not mainnet. This is Harmony, which is its own blockchain, its own coin. And you can buy one on Binance US and Crypto.com, and you can also send your ETH through to KuCoin and swap it around for one there and send it over to your MetaMask address.
And then, so that's how do you get DeFi Kingdoms?
So DeFi Kingdoms, you just go to DeFiKingdoms.com.
Okay, and then you need one, you swap one for it?
You need to have one in your wallet.
Yep.
You need to have a little bit. If you don't have a little bit of one in your wallet, just head over to our Discord, the DeFi Kingdoms Discord. We have a vanity link for discord.gg/DeFi Kingdoms, and you just go in there, and if you're just like, hey, can someone send me like 0.11?
Yeah.
That'll last you for months, because the transaction fees are so cheap. It's 0.001 cents.
That's so freaking cool.
So
man.
like that's all you have to do to get in. You do that one transaction to create a profile, and you're in.
So anybody watching this, where can they, let me just share my audio really quick. So where can everybody find you guys? Where are you guys most active? What's your Discord? What's your Telegram? What's your Twitter?
Discord is gg/DeFi Kingdoms. The Twitter is @DeFi Kingdoms.
Yep.
And I think those are our two most active.
Two most active?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then my Twitter is @DFinalFantasy.
@DFinalFantasy?
DFinalFantasy.
Fantasy. Will you send me a text message with all those, and that way I'll put them on the screen?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, promote yourself too. Are you working on growing your own personal Twitter as well?
Yeah.
Sweet, man. That's the way to do it.
I even have a YouTube channel. So
you do? What's your YouTube?
It's not even. It's very, very little on there, but it's flu.
Well, if you ever get it up and running, and you want to have me on the show, I would love to come on the show and just talk and promote, and then I'll send my audience over to your channel too, as well as help you grow it, man.
Yeah. That's
awesome. So what are some exciting things that DeFi Kingdoms have coming up? Like, what can the audience be looking for? Are there any big drops coming, or any?
So the next drop that's coming that's going to be a big deal is the land. And so the land is going to be really limited in like numbers. It's going to be much more limited than the heroes are, because the heroes you can just, you can take two of them, sum them together. There have been 11,000 heroes created at this point.
Yeah.
But the land is very, very limited, and there are actually some airdrops that are happening soon for that. And those are actually going on a continuing basis to kind of make sure that the people that are being entered to win those are actually staying invested in the game, because we're trying to avoid, whales controlling it, but we're also trying to avoid people that are just dumping in some money and then taking it back out and then getting free stuff out of it. So we try to reward engagement.
Yep.
So even for those land drops, whenever the land sale goes live, you're actually going to have needed to have like played the game and like done tasks in game in order to qualify to own land.
Maybe we can set up a live stream. I don't know if you guys have a bigger platform, but when they actually officially go live,
Yeah.
if the founder wants to come on the show and live stream that as it's happening, we might be able to set something like that up. Might be really cool.
Yeah,
And I'll try
be
to
awesome.
I'll try to get in and buy a piece of land. Every time I get in one of them, I can never the marketplace is just so busy at that time. It's like I can't. Like I got into the Star Atlas, when they were dropping all like their ships and stuff,
Yeah.
and it crashed Solana.
Yeah.
I was sitting there, me and my buddy were sitting there live, like I couldn't even click. The website was freezing. Like you,
Everything on Solana sells out like that.
Yep.
Our hero sale sold out the 2,000 original Gen Zeros in 11 minutes, which for Harmony is fantastic. So that was like 4.5 million USD at the time in like 11 minutes.
Dude,
So
good for you guys, bro. That's insane.
the land sale is going to be really similar, I think.
Oh, I bet you. And
So it's going to be awesome.
what would you say US dollar value that the smallest parcel of land will be going for, if you had to take your best guess?
So it's not confirmed yet, but Frisky has said, and that's the lead dev, he said 2 to 3 times the price of Gen Zero heroes. So the Gen Zero heroes were anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000, depending on which spot in the queue that you basically got. So I'd say anywhere from probably 2,000 up all the way up to like 6,000, 7,000.
Wow, that's awesome.
Jewel,
Yep.
and that jewel is that's relatable right now. That's probably like 7,000 to. I can't do math live. I can't
That's
do
all
it.
right. No worries, man.
Yeah, 7,000 to probably like $14,000-$15,000 for
One piece of
parcel land. Yeah.
Now, can that land, can you farm on it or do things on it? Does it grow crops or?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of things with land that are actually coming up. They're going to be really awesome.
So the idea is just to get the land, hold it, and then wait for the.
There's going to be a lot of utility around it.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of utility around it. You can boost your yields. You'll be able to boost your stats. You'll be able to do a lot of things that haven't really been announced yet because they're not finalized yet.
Yep.
And also, they're still under development as well.
Yep.
So like owning land is going to be a really good investment. Owning a Gen Zero has been a really great investment so far. And so I would say that if you're interested in the game, if you like the game, definitely try to get in there and get some land. And
Great, man.
buy into something that's on Harmony 1, which is a coin that hasn't really went through price discovery yet.
Dude, I know Harmony is like, I sold, I consolidated because I've been in the crypto game for so long. I've been buying so much, like $1,000 here, $500 there, just all these different coins. And finally got to the point where it's like, with the ETH gas fees, I wish I would have not, because it's like, even the gains on like a smaller investment, you lose, the coin has to pretty much 2x for you just to break even on your gas fees. So it's like, all right, so I started looking at everything. I'm like, I need to consolidate things. And I went through crypto.com, and there's like out of 15 coins, Harmony was one of the only ones that I was like, yeah. Harmony's. I've been in love with Harmony for a long, long time.
So what did you buy Harmony at then?
Oh, I think this last time I got it at 8 cents.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yep.
That's a good deal.
Yep. And I got rid of it. So when I started going back onto YouTube this time, how my channel started to blow up was I was just living and just cruising through the web, like how do I figure out when the bull run's gonna end, right?
Right.
Like, what indicators was I missing in 2017 that didn't get me out at peak, Because I thought, I've been in since 2015, right? So even 17 wasn't the first time I watched Bitcoin go to the moon and then go right down, right? So I was like, I assumed that cycle was gonna play out again. Had I realized now, I probably wouldn't have sold, but I cashed out of all my crypto and Bitcoin was like 62,500.
Right.
And then it came all the way down to 30. So
That was a good move.
great move. That
was a good move.
But now, knowing what I know about how the evolution, I probably wouldn't even though like, at the time it was so overwhelmingly obvious to me, I was like, the bull run's not the greatest opportunity.
Right.
The greatest opportunity is shorting it on the way down because it's always going down. Like once it hits that peak, there's no liquidity up there for these exchanges to make money, and these exchanges don't lose money, right? So how do they plummet price down, right? And it locks all that liquidity up there, and then you go on to into the block, and you can see how many wallet addresses are still holding, and you literally just wait for that number to get to a certain percentage, because then everybody that held on to there sells at the loss, right? Because it's a zero-sum game. If you're winning, somebody technically has to lose in theory. And yeah, it's just now I know, like, I would have not been confident to do that, right? I did it because I thought for sure Bitcoin was going 85% off again, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it has every other time, and every single time. This year's different. This year's different. I'm like, okay.
See, but this year's different.
This year is different. It is.
This year is different. So I'm honestly of the belief that I don't think that it's going to go back down to where it was before. And like if you actually look at the cycles, even it matches that, because it's a new floor each time. Like it doesn't keep on going back down to the same floor. Like I don't think we're ever going down to like 7,000 again,
Never.
For example.
I don't think that we're going to break 50. I don't think you will see Bitcoin when it makes its next descent up. I don't think you're going to see it at 60,000 again, because we have a different set of investors that are actually getting involved in the market. If that makes sense right now.
Well,
Like,
institutional investors.
yes, that aren't in the game to flip it. They're looking at it as a property, as real estate. When would be a good time to sell property in Manhattan?
Well, never.
Never.
Because you can always use it as leverage, and
Yep.
that's what I think is coming for the crypto market in general, is the ability to use it as leverage, the ability to build off of it,
Yep.
and to be able to create real assets from it.
No doubt.
I know that one of the sponsors here, actually, Vera, is doing that with crypto and using that as like assets for mortgages and whatnot.
Yep. I'm doing I'm yield farming on Solana and Radium right now, and
Oh, you're having a good week.
yeah, really good week, man. And it's so cool because once you sell crypto to take profits, right? To make profits, and then if you're smart, invest in other cryptos
Right.
and play the game, right? But where you have like DeFi, you can now continuously make gains where the price is going up. It's actually best if it just runs sideways, right? You know, and you're just farming. So I think that once we help educate, especially the younger generation, about how to leverage DeFi, and you put your money into a good project like Harmony that has growth, has the team, has DeFi, has everything being built on it, transactions, unlimited speeds, super fast, fees extremely, extremely cheap, right? You don't need to sell. You need to learn how to leverage and make your money, and you have your money tied up in an asset that, worst case scenario, like Tether crashes the market or something crazy, right? You are invested in a coin that you are going to get your money back on. You know, it might take a year, it may take 6 months, it may take 2 weeks. Or you might 5x in 5 weeks, you know? You don't know, but at least you're confident that you are in a project that's back, that's real, it's not a Shiba, you don't have to worry about it disappearing.
I think that that's kind of the important thing, is that like one especially is it's Harmony but finished and a lot cheaper. And so like I think that whenever people look at it, it's a great way to get involved, even if you're not doing it for like investment just on one. You're doing it as an investment in the other ways that you could make money within the chain, like as you were saying. So I think that DeFi Kingdoms especially is going to bring in a lot of new people into the chain, but also a lot of new people into crypto because of the easy onboarding of the DeFi side of things.
I agree, man. I agree. I'm looking forward to, because my little man's 8, so he's all into these games, and I've just been waiting for like that right crypto project. I've tried to push him towards a few, but they're a little bit too complicated, but this seems like it's like perfect for him, man. So, all right, James, man, it was a pleasure having you on the show, man. I appreciate you. And,
Absolutely.
Best of luck with DeFi Kingdom. So tell everybody where they can find you guys again. And
So on Twitter, it's DeFi Kingdoms. It's just at DeFi Kingdoms. And on Discord, it's GG/DeFi Kingdoms. And that's about it.
Any other projects we should be keeping our eye on that you are a fan of?
I'm a fan of Freyala on Harmony. Freyala, and they've got some integration with CryptoPigs, Harmonies, Armunia. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff on here, like Artemis, Farmers Only, which my fiance, you've met her, and she's actually the community manager for Farmers Only, which is a yield farm on Harmony. But there's a lot of really great projects. I know I'm going to forget something. Frey. And both Frey, DeFi Kingdoms, and Freyala are all working with Sloppy Pencil, who is the lead animator of Rick and Morty. So
wow, man, you just coming with tons of surprises.
So there's a lot of really great stuff happening on Harmony.
Dude, that is awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for your time. And at NFT NYC, what was your favorite thing that you've seen so far?
So I haven't been to a lot of the main events. I've been mostly like networking and canvassing. But I think that my favorite event is going to be today at 1:30 at the Red Steps, where we're going to be able to see the new Harmony ad like go live on the big screen. That's going to be awesome.
I'm jealous. Will you get some good videos for me, because I can't make it?
Yeah.
And text me them?
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
Heck yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for coming on the show,
No problem.
buddy. Appreciate it. And thanks for hooking me up with everybody at Harmony and everything. So thank you.
No problem.
Look forward to it, man. Have a great day.
All right, thanks.
All right, YouTube, so that's a wrap on DeFi Kingdoms. Shout out to James, shout out to Harmony, shout out to the DeFi Kingdoms fam. I appreciate you guys so much for coming on the channel. And hopefully James will want to come back on for another interview. And I'm really actually intrigued by this game. This was so simple. I've never used it before. I was able to get on their marketplace, buy some tokens, move around. It was so simple for me to figure out. I have no doubt that this game's going to pop. Love you guys. Shout out to Harmony, shout out to James, and shout out to the DeFi Kingdom. Peace.